Hi, my name is Muhammad Iskandar bin Muhammad Zain, and today my team will talk about current issue for assignment 3, which is sexual harassment in social media. Next, we go to the group members slides. Okay, this slide shows my group members, which number one, Arif Daniel bin Abdul Kadir. Um, Next, Muhammad Iskandar bin Muhammad Zain, which is me. Number three, Muhammad Kamal Faris bin Kamal Zaman. Number four, Muhammad Muaz bin Muhammad Nasir. Muhammad Muaz bin Mat Nasir. Number five, Muhammad Mustadim Safi bin Mustafa Ma'ruf.
So I will talk about the definition of sexual harassment in social media. Okay, the definition is online sexual harassment is defined as unwanted sexual conduct on any digital platform, and it is recognized as a form of sexual violence. It encompasses a wide range of behaviors that use digital content, images, videos, posts, message on a variety of different platforms such as social media. It can make a person feel threatened, exploited, coerced, humiliated, upset or discriminated against. Okay, next, I will talk about type of sexual harassment in social media. First, non-consensual sharing of intimate images and videos. It means a person, sexual image and videos being shared without their consent or taken without their consent. These include behaviors such as sexual images or videos taken without consent, creep shots or upskirting. Upskirting means the act of taking sexually intrusive photograph up someone's skirt without their permission. Second, exploitation, coercion, and threats. It means a person receiving sexual threats being coerced to participate in sexual behavior online or blackmail with sexual consent. The example of behavior is harassing or pressuring someone online to share sexual image of themselves or engage in sexual behavior online or offline. Okay. Third, sexualized bullying. It means a person being targeted by and systematically excluded from a group or community with the use of sexual content that upsets them. The example of behavior is body shaming, gossip, rumors, or lies about sexual behavior posted online, either naming someone directly or indirectly, alluding to someone. And lastly, unwanted sexualization. It means a person receiving unwelcome sexual requests, comments, and content. The example of behavior is sexualized comments. Example on photo. It can happen in social media such as Facebook, Instagram, and a man comment on any woman account, and it can happen anywhere.
How sexual harassment can affect a victim. Okay, victims could feel stress, anxiety, and depression. What is stress? Stress is a normal, but when it comes to a victim, it will become worse because the victim will think about the problem over and over, and this could lead toward and from stress it could lead toward anxiety and depression. What is anxiety and depression? Anxiety is a feeling that makes someone could have frightened all over the time. And what is a depression? Depression is a sadness, feeling down, and having a loss of interest in a daily life. How bad depression can be to the sexual harassment victims? That's yes. Number two, withdraw from social situation or social media. The victims absolutely did not want to have any connection with the others world or with his or her friend, and they will start to isolate themselves from face another person or their friends. we move to the number 3, which is lost confidence and self-esteem. Basically, victims of the sexual harassment will automatically delete their posts at the social media, especially their pictures, their videos, especially for those that have a high of insecurity. Last one, we have a less productive and unable to concentrate. When someone got a negative comment, usually they are ignored. But when it comes to sexual harassment, they will think about it twice, more than twice, especially for girls, because girls always being a victim of sexual harassment. I want to highlight about this. This is not 100% of female or girl fault, because usually at the social media, the victim does not have any intention to be an attention seeker or to make anyone to notice about herself, but their post about video or picture just for fun, not for being a victim of sexual harassment.
These are the real-life incidents of sexual harassment on social media. Zachary Merritt, a pedophile in his 30s from the United Kingdom, have committed online sexual harassment towards 3 teenage girls aged 15 and 16 years old. For his first victim, he asked a 15-year-old, "Do you know why I'm called Donkey?" Then he explained to her that he has a big genital. Later, he disgustingly asked her for sexual acts. He made the victim feel isolated. His second victim was another 15-year-old. He told the victim that she had a big buttock and other disgusting sexually explicit messages. Later on, he horribly sent an unsolicited picture of his genital and asked the girl to do the same in exchange. His final victim was a 16-year-old. He was charged with sending malicious communications after sending her an unsolicited picture of his genitals again. Now, Zachary is locked up for 16 months for his heinous acts. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the consequences of sexual harassment. In psychology, the effects of sexual harassment are not just at the time of the harassment. In fact, it also has a profound effect and sometimes for a long time. There are several effects that can be associated with sexual harassment. Among them are psychological effects and emotional effects. The psychological effects is like the victim will lose motivation. Individuals who work hard will lose the motivation to do so after becoming a victim of sexual harassment, in addition to losing interest in something or himself. Most likely, the individual will also have feelings of suicide, isolation, and loneliness. He will experience depression and trauma. There are also victims who will feel inferior and guilty, and themselves will no longer be perfect. They are also marginalized by society. And the second one is emotions. Emotionally, victims of sexual harassment will be ashamed because society will look down on them. They will also live in fear of remembering things that have passed and are afraid to continue living as before. Indirectly, it will have a negative impact on the career of the individual. It is because the victim will experience stress and if not treated will most likely lead to other complications.
Okay, in this slide, I talk about solutions for sexual harassment in social media. Number one, spread awareness. By spreading awareness, we can talk about the bad side of sexual harassment in social media. And then number two, point number two, artists or influencers is the main character to spread awareness about sexual harassment. They can influence others to stop sexual harassment in social media. Okay, and then number two, block someone who doing the harassment. By blocking someone from engaging with our social media can make the harassment to stop. the person cannot view our social media and they cannot doing the harassment again. Okay, this is for me this solution when someone trying to someone make a sexual harassment on our social media, so we can block them in our social media, which is Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and etc. Next, report the situation. We can report the inappropriate behavior to the platform, which is the platform of our social media. Our social media have a function for report, and then we can report that account, and then and at the same time we can block them. Okay, if the sexual harassment was made by someone employed by a large company, we can reach out to the company executive or human resource department and report the conduct or the actions. And then I believe that company will take actions to their employer. Okay, we go to the next slide, which is conclusion. Okay, this slide talk about conclusion, which is sexual harassment can be physically and emotionally burdening. No one should be disturbed by the tyranny of sexual harassment in the workplace or any place that has chances to be harassed. Everyone has the potential to be the victims, so they should immediately notify their employer and seek a solution to stop it in all forms. If someone is the victim of sexual harassment, they should contact an attorney or report to the police as soon as possible to preserve their rights and to ensure the improper conduct to stop. Okay, that's all from me, and thank you.